Сфотографировались здесь капитаны команд. Один пятый, другой четвертый номер. Какие у тебя ожидания вообще от этого матча, Дербек?
Жолдоштук беттеш болуп жаткандан кийин сөзсүз түрдө анчейин бир курчтар изете турчу беттешти көрбөйбүз жүрүштө сөзсүз түрдө. Бирок Барселонанын оюнун тирүү көргүсү келип келген көрөрмандар үчүн менимче каталондук клуб минималдуу эсеп сандар менен жеңишке жетет. Жатам?
Ну да, есть, конечно, такие ожидания, но с другой стороны есть футболисты из Азии, для которых тоже это огромная возможность блеснуть стариной. Я, честно, не помню, кто из них вообще играл против больших команд, но вроде никто из них, но получается то, что для азиатских легенд это тоже возможность. Нужно сегодня взять себя в руки, ну и одолеть Барселону. И можем, почему нет, можем. Но, с другой стороны, конечно, против вас играет Володя Золотого Мяча, лучшие футболисты мира, это тоже будет тяжело. Мне понравилась твоя аналогия насчет Равшана Эрматова и его бригады, которая судила Барселону в свое время.
Greetings, hello and welcome. We are coming live to you from the Dolon Omurzakov Stadium in Bishkek, the capital of Kyrgyzstan, where the Barca Legends have just kicked off their season by facing a team of Asian legends, a game which has attracted great attention in this Central Asian country and which will give the Barca fans a chance to reconnect with former idols, players from the 90s, the 2000s who brought titles, goals and much joy to the club. Players from different eras, Champions League winners and a great collection of goal scorers who will feature in this game, which takes place as one of the events of this 3-day trip that the club has made to Kyrgyzstan, in which there has also been the opening of a Barca Academy. They have started construction on another one, and the club has also launched a Barca store and Barca Cafe, all part of the Barca experience that the club wants to expand worldwide. The game has kicked off. We're in this first minute, and it's time to look at who's playing here in this game. A collection of players from 90s and 2000s, captained by none other than Carles Puyol. Just had a touch of the ball there, lost by defensive midfielder Roberto Trasorras, a player who played for Barça B for several seasons, then made his career in the first division, mostly playing for Rayo Vallecano. Also in this lineup, Javier Saviola connecting with Juan Pablo Sorin. Also in this Barca lineup, Ludovic Juli, Rivaldo, Giovanni Silva, Edgar Davids, that revolutionary summer signing, or winter signing rather, in the 2003-2004 season. Barca are up against a selection of former players from mostly Central Asia, countries like Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, the Arab Emirates as well. Also featuring in this team, the president of the country of Kyrgyzstan, Sadir Japarov. Possession for the local team. Big attendance in this stadium, which hosts 23,000. A game that has attracted great attention. The Barca Legends team did train yesterday in a smaller stadium in front of 5,000 fans. A training session which included an activity with 40 children, all aged under 10, who got a chance to play with some of the Barca legends. A clearance here now by Edgar Davids. Let's see if we can get some Rivaldo magic or Giovanni Silva. Two league winners in 97, 98 and 98, 99 under Louis van Gaal. Also in this squad today, Sergi Barjuan, former Barça Athletic, and even first team coach for those 3 days in the 21-22 season. As an interim, here comes a long switch over to Ludovic Juli. Still got his speed. Juli back to Rivaldo. The shot and the save by the keeper. A first chance here for the Barca legends. Ludovic Juli connecting with former Brazilian star Rivaldo, who's still got his touch now. Here the high pressure. Juli almost wins it back again. The speedy winger from France. Setting it up for Rivaldo there. And a good save by the keeper, David Lorira. Rivaldo, scorer of one of the most iconic goals of the early 2000s, that scissor kick against Valencia in the last day of the league, securing qualification for Barca into the following season's Champions League. That came in the 44th minute in front of one of the big teams back then, Valencia, in front of a packed Camp Nou, which went absolutely bonkers. Rivaldo, 235 appearances for Barca, 130 goals. One of the best free kick takers in club history as well. Here is the Paris hero Giuliano Belletti playing it right back today. Connecting with Rivaldo, looking for pass. Back to Trasorras, the wizard of the mini they called him. The connection there with Javier Saviola, who thought he was fouled. Giovanni wanted to give it back to Saviola. You'll see curiously that some of the players' numbers in the Barca Legends squad are repeated. Both Rivaldo and Giovanni wearing the number 10 that they wore back in the 90s and early 2000s for the club. Here come Barca again. Giovanni. Saviola trying to make his way through the defence. Eventually got dispossessed. Javier Saviola, until last season, assistant coach for the under-19s at Barca, pursuing a coaching career. El Pibito, who signed for Barca in the summer of 2001, arriving at a very young age, 19 years old, high expectations. Scored 72 goals in his Barca career over 4 seasons. Had a couple of spells on loan as well. Now Barca trying to play deep. Another opportunity inside the box here. Saviola trying to shoot on the turn. Gets a corner kick out of it. And a second opportunity there for the Barca legends, coached today, as always, by Albert Chapi Ferrer, one of the iconic players from Johan Cruyff's Dream Team. Some of the members of the Dream Team still included in the squad as well. John Antonio Goicoechea and Juan Carlos Rodriguez have made the trip. Corner kick on the left-hand side for Barca. And none other than Rivaldo there to take it. In comes the cross, looking for Giovanni Silva, his compatriot. Clearance by the Asian legends. Here is Giovanni again. Out wide, Saviola on the right. Saviola, the switch. Over to Rivaldo, who can put in another cross. Hesitates and passes back to Roberto Trasorras, one of the players who most recently retired back in 2018. Ended his career at Rayo Vallecano. High pressure from Juli after losing it. We've already seen a couple of opportunities from the Barca legends. Coming from Rivaldo first and then Saviola, 2 players who played together in the 2001-2002 season, forming a trident with Patrick Kluivert, another Barca legend who hasn't made this trip, but who has played in the past for this team. Three very talented players who ultimately didn't manage to lead the club to success, although there were high hopes put on them back in that season. Ludovic Julie goes down, claims for a penalty, as both players stumbled over there. Not much of an appeal by Julie. It was more Saviola who'd given the ball back. There's the chase. Bit of a nudge, maybe, by Bashir Said, player from the United Arab Emirates. Now, Sidikov playing from behind. There's Karpovic from Kazakhstan. All players mostly in their 40s here for the Asian Legends. And a great atmosphere as we see an attempt there to start the Mexican wave within the stands. Long ball secured there by the Barça defence. Carlos Puyol gets the touch and feeds it out to Belletti, two of the cornerstones of that Champions League final in 2006. Puyol, obviously the captain, and Belletti, the scorer of that iconic goal which secured the win for Barça. 81st minute at the Saint Denis Stadium. Giuliano Belletti scored his only goal in his Barça career. And what a moment it was for that second Champions League in club history. Here's Rivaldo on the edge of the box. Back in his playing days, was not shy of taking the shot. Didn't quite see the option there. Here is Sorin with the cross. The ball goes safely back to the Asian Legends keeper, Loria. Some of the players, of course, in this Barça Legends team with short tenures at the club. Juan Pisorin, we just mentioned, played just half a season in 2003, came in the winter transfer market on loan from Lazio. That was in the 2002-2003 season, which ended with Radomir Antic as the head coach. Also, the following season, Edgar Davids made the move to the club on loan from Juve. In the starting lineup today, the former Dutch international, many years at Juve, a Champions League winner for Ajax as well. His early playing days in 1995. Also, the mentioned Roberto Trasorras, who did make his debut for the first team, played 3 games, but ultimately pursued a career away from Barça. Played many years at Celta de Vigo and Rayo Vallecano. Here comes the run by Ludovic Julie. Realises he can't get there. And the ball will go out for a goal kick. High attendance, as we say, at this stadium, which hosts 23,000. It's been a busy few days for the Barça Legends, attending all different events. The opening of the Barça Academy in Jalalabad, the first one in the whole of Central Asia. Barça Academies, of course, are schools of football which want to transmit to younger players the football philosophy, to teach the Barça philosophy and methodology in order to help football grow. With the one in Jalalabad, 28 academies Barça has around the world now. This one, the first in the Central Asian territory. There'll be another one being built in the capital where Barça are playing right now, Bishkek. First brick was laid earlier before this game in an institutional act, including the president of the country, Yaparov, and also Barca president Joan Laporta. Here is Edgar Davids, feeding the ball out wide to the right. Rivaldo picks it up. Waits for his teammates to arrive. Rivaldo could go for glory here. No. Rivaldo deciding to pass back to Giuliano Belletti. Saviola drops back, turns, tries to speed up. Brazilian connection. Rivaldo, Giovanni, Ludovic Giuli on the right. Barca players looking for an opening. And there's the Barca style for you. Quick passes. Obviously, these players not the athletes they once were, but the technique is still there. The idea of how to play also. Now Giuli inside. Ooh. Giovanni, Rivaldo let it roll. The shot by Javier Saviola took a deflection and went wide. Corner kick for the Barca legends. A much different game to the one they played late on last season in Zambia, which they were ultimately not able to take away the win. 3-0 defeat in that one for the Barca legends. Different players called up then. Absences now compared to the last squad list, like Patrick Kluivert, Gaizka Mendieta, Jose Edmilson, Gabri as well, Frederic Derhu. All players who featured in that game and who have not made this trip. Jofre Mateu, the player talking to Al Chapi Ferrer, Barca's coach, in this game. As the Asian legends cross the halfway line. It's number 88, Smakov. Koshelev, back to Smakov. Davids in pursuit. Barca with a defending line here of Giuliano Belletti, Carles Puyol, Sergi Barjuan and Juan Pisorin. In fact, Chapi Ferrer has had to make some adjustments in this one, seeing as there are a few centre-backs. The only natural one really is Carles Puyol. Many left-backs, including Sorin and Sergi Barjuan. They both played in those positions during their careers. Francesco Cocco, the Italian, also in this squad list. He was a left-back as well. Roger Garcia could also play in that position, as well as Juan Carlos Rodriguez, former Dream Team member. Juan Carlos, one of the players, one of the 11 starters at Wembley 1992 in that first European Cup victory for the club under Johan Cruyff. Barca legends in possession again. Here is Trasorras. Back to Belletti. 3 seasons at Barca. Giuliano House Belletti came from Villarreal in the summer of 2004, along with Samuel Eto'o, with Ludovic Giuli, with Deco, Jose Edmilson as well. A great boost to that Frank Rijkaard-led squad, which ultimately went on to win 2 leagues, 1 Champions League, Spanish Super Cup as well, bringing back success to a hungry club which hadn't won a trophy since 1999. Pressure by Trasorras, Giuli as well. These are obviously slower paced games, but they do give us a chance to see some magic every now and again when you've got players of the caliber of Rivaldo, Giovanni, Ludovic Giuli, Javier Saviola on the pitch. Things can always happen. Here they are, Giovanni Silva on the edge of the box. Giovanni with a little chip. Very close to scoring there. And what a player he was as well. Had 2 very good seasons for Barca back in 1996. Was when he signed. He played the 96-97 season. 97-98, he was pivotal in those 2 seasons. Then lost playing time in his 3rd season and eventually moved to Olympiacos. But he had some iconic goals, Giovanni, scoring several against Real Madrid, 5 for Barca, 7 in his career. Both at Camp Nou and at the Bernabeu, and also scoring the goal that secured the league title in 1998 for Barca. A 1-0 win against Zaragoza at the Camp Nou. He scored the header that clinched the title for Barca. Here is Sergi Barjuan. Over to Sorino on the left. The former Argentinian international. Giovanni again. Long switch. Juli brings it down. Juli back to Rivaldo. Never played together, but there seems to be a good understanding there between the two. Here is Giovanni. Giovanni out wide, left. Sorin, the cross inside. Rivaldo goes for the header. The rebound falls to Juli, puts it back in the box. And an offside was called there. There'll be some first substitutions here for the team of Asian legends. Players coming on. Azizi with number 19. Mukamadeyev, number 7 as well. Did see some movement on the Barca Legends side as well, with Jofre Mateo having a conversation with coach Alberto Chapi Ferrer. We'll see when they decide to make a move. Players on the Barca bench, as we mentioned, Juan Carlos Rodriguez, Jon Andoni Goicoechea, Roger Garcia, Jofre Mateo, Albert Jorquera, replacement keeper, and Francesco Coco. Pressure from Juli again. Here is Puyol. Interception and the run forward. Here we go, captain. Carles Puyol looking to connect with Javier Saviola. These 2 players did play together. 4 seasons. The 4 seasons that Javier Saviola was at Football Club Barcelona. The early ones, Carles Puyol was still a right back in 2001, 2002. Still a young promise who had already impressed the Barca fans with some great performances. Always remembered the Clásico from the previous season. His man marking on Luis Figo made him a Barca icon almost instantaneously. The courage, the energy of Carles Puyol made him become a fan favourite from a very young age. Now Barca looking to make progress down the left as Juanpi Sorin went down. We're halfway through this first half. No goals, but good chances for Barca. Rivaldo's had one. Giovanni's had one. Also Saviola. Here's Trasorras, inside pass. Giovanni, oh, the back heel. Lovely flick to Saviola, the connection. Giovanni might shoot. No, cuts inside. Rivaldo on the edge of the box. Can Rivaldo shoot? Rivaldo cuts to his right. Seldom did we see him attempt shots with his right. A good chance again for Barca. Giovanni. And that got caught halfway between a cross and a shot. Took a bit too long maybe to make his decision, Giovanni, there in the open space. There's the chance again. The soft little touch which ended up in the hands of the keeper. Trasorras. Giovanni. Rivaldo. Could shoot. No. Decided to lay it back to Giovanni, who wasn't quite where Rivaldo expected. Now transition for the agent legends. F.C.Barcelona did well to stick his foot in there and allow Carles Puyol to recover. Davids. There's the former Dutch international. Cutting back and passing to Rivaldo. There's Giovanni. One of the best players so far in this first half. Julie. Inside, connection, Saviola, back to Julie. Julie could score here. Julie looking to set it up for Giovanni. Barca get a corner kick out of it. And obviously the non-competitive nature of the game does allow these forwards to be very generous, trying to set it up on a platter for the teammate rather than going for the personal glory of scoring. Julie could have taken the shot there, probably. Might have done so in his playing days. And before the corner kick is taken, Giuliano Belletti there taking his time to say hello to the fans. That is, of course, because a substitution was happening. Makhmudamov, a player coming on with number 17. In comes the cross by Belletti. Clearance by the home team. F.C.Barcelona picks it up at the back for Barca. Resets with Edgar Davids. Here is Julie again. Inside connection, Saviola. Saviola back to Julie. They also played together in 2006-2007 in the season of the return of Saviola after 2 loan spells at Monaco and Sevilla. Rivaldo recovers for Barca. Inside Saviola, the turn. Saviola in open space. Looking to link up. Giovanni. Back to Belletti. And Belletti with Julie. The cross inside. Rivaldo! The first Barca scorer. A goal for the Brazilian star. The 1999 Ballon d'Or winner after an exquisite cross by Ludovic Julie. In behind the defence, ahead of the keeper, who didn't come out. Rivaldo managed to get behind Sidikov and finished with that left foot. Barca Legends lead in the 27th minute after the goal by Rivaldo Vitor Borba, the former Brazilian international. Played for 5 seasons at Barca, 235 appearances, 130 goals. Came in that summer of 1997 when Ronaldo Nazario had departed. The graphic there will say that Roger Garcia scored the goal, but no, it was Rivaldo. So far, probably a fair result, seeing as the Barca Legends have had the clearest opportunities. It hasn't been a busy evening yet for Jesus Mariano Angoy. Probably for some Barca fans, one of the least known names on this team. He was mostly a reserve keeper for Barca in the 1990s, made his debut under Johan Cruyff, but then went on to play American football. There was an American football league in Europe, NFL Europe. Angoy signed for the Barca Dragons in 1996 and did win the title. Played 3 finals and He is the second highest scoring player in NFL Europe history. 329 points. He even tried out for the Denver Broncos at one point in '99. Eventually didn't make the move, but Angoy made it big in his career playing American football. He is one of the keepers who frequently makes the trip with the Barca legends. Also today on the bench, Albert Jorquera. Vitor Bahia sometimes has played as well. Even Roberto Bonanno. Throw in for the Asian legends. Said. One nil lead for our Barca legends. A goal scored by Rivaldo just a couple of minutes ago, assisted by Ludovic Juli. Half an hour of football played. It looks maybe like at the moment the Barca legends might have taken their foot off the gas after scoring the opener. We'll see if there are any substitutions made in this first half. In comes a cross, intercepted initially by team captain and iconic Barca captain, the captain, in capital letters, Carles Puyol. Doesn't always play, but has made this trip. Here comes a chance for the Asian legends. A dangerous cross coming in from the right. Cleared by F.C.Barcelona today, playing as a centre-back. And now here, one of the quickest players on the pitch, Ludovic Juli, waits for support, though. Back to Rivaldo. Rivaldo with the shot. Oh, cleared by the keeper. Rejection falls to Javier Saviola. Saviola drives, looks for options. Back to Rivaldo. Rivaldo. Two in front of him. Tried to thread the pass through back to Saviola. Here's Rivaldo again. Rivaldo. Saviola. Good connection. Saviola with the left-footed shot, cleared by the keeper and eventually pushed out for a corner kick. El Pibito with a chance to score there. And a good save by the keeper. This one will be crossed in by Giovanni Silva. Puyol went up for it. Another chance here. Loose ball inside the box. Can it be pushed in? No. Cleared off the line by Makhmudov. Juli keeps on. Handball claims. In comes the cross by Ludovic Juli. Grabbed by the keeper, David Loria. Player from Kazakhstan. Several good chances in this first half for these Barca legends. Rivaldo was the one who scored, but Saviola and Giovanni Silva could also have added their names to the goal-scoring list. Now Giovanni Silva making a run at the defender, trying to up the pressure a little bit. Good switch out wide by Loria. Saviola with the pressure. Now Juli's going to press a little bit as well. Just so much quality in that front four for the Barca legends. You've got Ludovic Juli, scorer of that iconic goal in the Champions semis in 2000 6, that fantastic run in San Siro, connecting with the Ronaldinho pass. Juli, who scored 26 goals in 124 appearances for Barça. You've also got Rivaldo, the goal scorer today, as we said before. 130 Barça goals in 235 appearances. Saviola scored 72 in 172 games for Barça. And Giovanni Silva scored 35 in that attacking midfielder position. 107 appearances for Barça. Both Giovanni and Juli in 3 season spells. Rivaldo stayed for 5 seasons. Saviola 4. Here he is, Saviola. Looking to connect back with Sorin. Instead passes to Giovanni. Trasorras. Now Juli. Saviola out wide to Edgar Davids, alone on that left wing. He could put in a cross. No, decides to take an extra touch. Couple of step overs. Davids. Rivaldo again. Obviously, movements much slower. Less pressure from defenders allow attacking players to keep the ball for a little longer as well. Here's Rivaldo. Inside, Saviola. Giovanni. Giovanni with the shot. Ooh, the keeper with the clearance. With the tip of his fingers. Barca looking for a second. Giovanni Silva this time. And if you follow him on his Instagram, you'll see his very good shape. Often plays football with his pals as well. And it's one of the frequent players in the Barca Legends squads. Giovanni Silva. Aged 51 now. Played between 96 and 99 for Barca under Bobby Robson and Louis van Gaal. Also a winner of a Copa America with Brazil in 97. And included in the 98 World Cup squad, Giovanni Silva for Brazil. Ooh, here comes a bit of drawing board action for Barca. Ultimately didn't quite work. But still in possession. Here is Saviola. The dribble inside. Cross cleared. Puyol still precious and wins it back for Barca. The hustle by Carles Puyol. His spirit is still there, so recognizable. Another corner kick for the Barca Legends with that aerial view of this Dolan Muzikov Stadium in Bishkek, which, as we said before, hosts 23,000. And we can't be too far off from full capacity. Another chance. Sorin! Oh, what a goal by Juanpi Sorin! Fantastic strike by the former Argentinian international. He's a left back, but what a fantastic strike by Juanpi Sorin. There's a replay down on his chest and the left-footed volley. Nothing that the keeper could do. From the edge of the box, off of the corner clearance. Juan Pablo Sorin, 47 years old, had a long career playing for Argentina Juniors, PSG, River Plate, Cruzeiro, Lazio, Villarreal, of course, F.C. Barcelona for that half a season in 2003. Also played 72 times for Argentina with 11 goals. Played in 2 World Cups. Had to retire early at the age of 33 following injuries, but judging by that goal, he's still got it. Two-0 lead for the Barca Legends. And 2 left-footed goals. One by Rivaldo, one by Juanpi Sorin. Now Belletti. The Asian Legends trying to play a bit of high pressure on the Barca defence, but no troubles there for the likes of Belletti and Carles Puyol. They had that mastered under Frank Rijkaard. Bringing the ball out from behind here. Saviola dispossessed by number 22, Shurmatov. Now, a free kick called against the Barca legends. Possession for the home team, coached by Azamat Abduraimov, former player from Uzbekistan. Played internationally 22 times for his country, scored 11 goals, and he is the son of Boradur Abduraimov, who's the best Uzbekistan scorer of the 20th century. So he had big shoes to fill. Currently coaching this team. The age of 57. Puyol down to the ground. The recovery there, and the game has been halted, and it seems like it is half-time. We're not going to get to the 45th minute. The players are heading towards the benches and probably dressing rooms after these first 40 minutes of play, in which Barca legends have taken a 2-0 lead. Goals scored by Rivaldo and Juanpi Sorin. No substitutions made. We'll see if we see some other players in the second half. But so far, so good for the team coached by El Chapi Ferrer. We'll take a break here as well, and we'll be back with you when the second half starts.
Música.
We're coming back to you live from the Dolen Omurzakov Stadium in Bishkek, where the Barca Legends are facing a team of Asian legends, and so far, so good for the team coached by El Chapi Ferrer. Goals from Rivaldo and Juan Pisorin have given the Barca Legends the lead in the first half, which there were several opportunities to score more. We'll see throughout the first minutes of this second half if there have been any substitutions for the team of Barca Legends. See that Giovanni Silva is playing in a more advanced position. That suggests that Javier Saviola has probably stayed on the bench in this second half. I see that Roger Garcia is now playing in that trio of number 10s. All of Giovanni, Roger and Rivaldo playing with that number 10 on their backs. Juan Carlos Rodriguez has also come on in this second half, replacing the goal scorer, Sorin. Also, Francesco Coco, the Italian, former AC Milan player, former Inter Milan player, Italian international, played for Barca in the 2001-2002 season. He is now paired with Carles Puyol at centre-back. Also, another change at right-back. It was Giuliano Belletti, the Paris hero, in the first half. Now, Jon Andoni Goicoechea, one of the most veteran players in this squad, former Dream Team player, now playing in that right-back position. Still on the pitch, Roberto Trasorras, Rivaldo, Ludovic Juli, and Giovanni Silva, two Brazilians who connected fantastically in the first half. Rivaldo scored the opener. Sergi Barjuan also on the pitch still, now playing in a more advanced position. They're making the run down the middle. See if he can connect with the cross from Ludovic Juli, which is cleared by the defence. First half lasted 40 minutes, so we expect that the second half will have the same duration. We'll run through to the 80th, if all goes as planned. Changes as well on the Asian Legends team. We see that number 9, Verejovski, has come onto the pitch. Now pressure by Roger Garcia on Abduraimov, wearing number 10. There's also been a change in goal for the Barca Legends. Albert Jorquera has come on, replacing Jesus Maria Nongoy, who was not all that busy in the first half. A great attendance at the Dolen Omurzakov Stadium in Bishkek. It hosts 23,000 and it's close to full capacity. Barca still an attraction wherever they go, whether it be the first team or the Barca Legends. Here's Rivaldo waiting for support. Giovanni is there to give it to him. Giovanni goes down. Rivaldo still hangs on to the ball and feeds it out wide to Sergi Barjuan. They were teammates in the late 90s and early 2000s. Trasorras out wide to Goicoechea, one of the many versatile players on the Johan Cruyff Dream Team. Goico started out as a right winger, but also played on the left. He played right back, he played left back. In all positions on those two wings, which were crucial for Johan Cruyff. Inside pass by Sergi Barjuan. Roger Garcia wanted a handball. Nothing given by the referee. And the home team looked to make an advance with Berezovsky. Number 88, Smakov. In comes the cross. No trouble there for Francesco Coco. Puyol tries to clear. The ball went off of Faisal Kahil. That'll be a first chance for Albert Jorquera. Get in touch with the ball there. Jorquera. Played in the first team from 2002 through to 2009. Mostly as the reserve keeper behind Victor Valdés. There's been another substitution. Jofre Mateu has come on. Jofre played several seasons for Barça B, made his first team debut late in 1998. The last game of the 97-98 season. Scored a goal in that game, although it was a 4-1 defeat for Barça. At home against Salamanca, the league was already won that day. Here is Jofre making the first advance, playing the ball through. Julie looking for Giovanni Silva. Oh, careful there, the chance for Sergi Barjuan. And the opportunity denied there by keeper Jalilov. All alone inside the box, a great volley. Almost made its way through the legs of the keeper. And it could have been Barca's third. Saying that it seems like Jofre Mateu has come on for Rivaldo. As Jorquera had to come off his line there. Here's Juan Carlos Giovanni. Inside. A couple of opportunities in the first half. Giovanni Silva. One denied by the keeper. One little chip shot that went just wide. Strasorras. Inside pass. Julie cuts inside. Julie can set it up. Oh, looking for Roger Garcia, who would have only just had to tap it in. But the keeper got there in time. Another chance for the Barca legends. As Ludovic Julie won the pressure battle. And his pass to Roger Garcia was intercepted. Play stopped at the moment as there are more substitutions for the home side. 2-0 lead so far for the Barca legends. Goal scored by Rivaldo and Juan Pisorin, both players not on the pitch anymore. As more subs are going to be made for the home side. Bashir Said is going to come back on. Played a few minutes in the first half. Now back on. Avdiev also on the sideline there. This, as we were saying before, all part of a 3-day trip Barca has taken to Kyrgyzstan. 3-day visit with the goal to launch the Barca experience, which includes opening 2 Barca academies, 1 Barca cafe, 1 Barca store in the country. There's already been the opening of 1 Barca academy in Jalalabad, and the first brick has been laid down to construct the other in the capital, Bishkek. Those will be the first academies in all of Central Asia. The Barca academies, of course, an opportunity to teach young people, young players, the footballing philosophy and methodology that the youth teams at Football Club Barcelona follow. There are 28 worldwide, including the one in Jalalabad. Many in the United States, many other countries. The trip has been led by President Joan Laporta. We should have also been able to see Ronaldinho on this trip, but he's had to stay behind finally for personal reasons. Shame that we didn't get to see the Brazilian star. Obviously one of the great attractions wherever the Barca legends go. Ronaldinho, usually one of the fixtures. One of those who normally gets called up. As well as Rivaldo, Giovanni. Many of the great Brazilians that have played for the club. Here is F.C.Barcelona, player who made his debut in 1993 following the injury of the player he's just passed it back to, Juan Carlos. It was against Galatasaray. Juan Carlos got injured. Sergi had to come on. And it was a situation never looking back really for him. Just a speedy left back. Made many runs forward. Scored some great goals, F.C.Barcelona. A left-footed player, but could strike it with both of his legs. Scored many from outside the box. A couple against Espanyol. Some iconic goals that F.C.Barcelona scored. Played through to 2002 when he then moved to Atlético de Madrid. He, of course, has been a coach for the Barca under-19s. He's been a coach for Barça Athletic as well. And even an interim coach for 3 games for Barca's first team in 2001-2002. Here's Jofre Mateu. Jofre Mateu running inside, runs out of an angle. Stumbled a little bit. And his shot went right into a defender. Good chance there for the Barca legends again. Trasorras. As we said before, one of the players on this team that has most recently retired. Played through to the 2010s with Rayo Vallecano. Here's Goicoechea with the cross. Into the hands of the keeper, Goico. 4 seasons at Barca, 174 appearances, 10 goals. Some of them spectacular as well. He had a couple of those crosses that turn out to be a shot that goes over the keeper and ends in the back of the net. Also came on in the second half at the Wembley final in 1992. Important player in the Johan Cruyff structure. Here is Trasorras, back to Juan Carlos. Him and Goico, the 2 most veteran players. In fact, Juan Carlos is the most veteran, 58 years old. And Jon Andoni Goicoechea, 57. Still making the effort, still enjoying their football with the Barca legends, and there'll be a corner kick on the left-hand side. F.C.Barcelona was making the run there. Still using his speed. A corner kick back to Giovanni. Play had been halted, though, for more substitutions. Frustration there for Giovanni Silva. Sergi going to take it here. Another pass. Low pass to Roger Garcia. Him and his brother Oscar made it into the first team in the mid-90s. In the second wave of Johan Cruyff's coaching career. Roger Garcia part of the iconic Quinta del Mini. A group of players who was believed to be the future of the club back then, including Ivan de la Peña, including Toni Belamazan. Roger Garcia, of course, was part of that. Juan Carlos Moreno. Albert Celades as well. Players who'd been very successful in the youth teams, made it into the first team, but ultimately weren't given the chance to shine enough. Now there is Juan Carlos. Jorguera. Inside pass to Joffre, who couldn't keep possession. Throw in to the Asian legends. 15 minutes played in this second half. Still 2-0 to the Barca legends. The goal scored by Rivaldo and Juanpi Sorin in the first half. Sorin, who's just come back on, replacing Sergi Barjuan, who'd played all minutes up until now. As we said in the first half, curious situation here with many former left-backs called up to this team. You see two of them on screen right now. Francesco Coco, the Italian, played as a left-back. Juan Carlos as well, and Juanpi Sorin also. Sorin will be more of a winger now, and Coco playing as a centre-back. Just one striker in this squad as well. Javier Saviola is now on the bench, and Giovanni has taken his attacking position. Belletti's come back on for Barca, also playing as a winger to give Ludovic Juli a rest. So, from the starting team, those who've played all minutes so far, just Carles Puyol, Roberto Trasorras, and Giovanni Silva. Giovanni, who stays in great shape at the age of 51. Former Santos player, former Barca player for 3 seasons. Had great success in Greece as well for Olympiacos. Here's Trasorras. Rouget. Joffre and Sorin. Trasorras out wide. Goico's going to chase it. Hustle from Yonandoni Goicoechea, who couldn't retain possession. It's a smack off. One of the most heavily featured players in this game by the Asian legends. That's Djeparov driving inside. Foul by Roger Garcia and Abduraimov. And a free kick opportunity here. The chance to get the first shot on target. Barca keepers haven't really had to make a save. There's the foul by Roger Garcia. Bit far out, 4-man wall for the Barca legends. Here comes the shot. Too high, straight into the stands. Goal kick for Barca. And looks like Javier Saviola is going to come back onto the pitch, probably to give Giovanni Silva some rest. Now playing in that more unnatural striker position for him. There goes that long ball. Out comes Jorguera. Easy catch for him. So far, not really any big saves from the Barca goalkeepers. Angoy in the first half, and now Jorguera. Here's Trasorras. Goico. Belletti. Long ball looking for his countryman Giovanni. Sorin was making the run. Giovanni didn't quite see him fast enough. The turn by Giovanni, who lays it off to Roger Garcia. Shot straight into the hands of the keeper. Roger did have a powerful shot during his playing days. In fact, he is the only La Liga player recorded with 3 goals from beyond the halfway line. Scored 2 with Espanyol, 1 with Villarreal. Quite the record there for Roger Garcia. One of many Barca players who has the honour of having scored in a Clásico. He scored at Bernabeu back in the 95-96 season, Roger, in a 1-1 draw. It was a header. Quite a spectacular one. Several players on this Barca Legends squad scored goals against Real Madrid back in the day. Of course, Carles Puyol in that 6-2 win at the Santiago Bernabeu. You've got Rivaldo as well, who scored several. Giovanni Silva, as we said before, he scored 5 in total for Barca. Here's Roger. Saviola back on the pitch. Sorin, the scorer of Barca's second goal. The former Argentinian international. El Pibito Saviola. Came at a very young age to Barca. 19 he was. Coming from River Plate. Scored 21 goals in his first season at Barca, 20 in his second and 19 in his third. There's Jofre Mateu. Sorin. Back to Roger Garcia. Most of the game has been played in Barca's attacking half. The best chances have been for the Blaugranas. Great connection here. Javier Saviola. Back to Jofre. Jofre Saviola. Can he get there? Ooh. Defender just a bit too close there for Saviola. Closing down to make it uncomfortable for the former Argentinian striker. Maybe Jofre could have taken the chance himself. Aerial shot of the Dolen Omuzakov Stadium in Bishkek, capital of Kyrgyzstan. The Asian legends playing from behind there. That was Shumatov. Number 8, Jeparov. Fairly comfortable game, this one, for the Barca legends, who will be playing in September. Also, mark this on your calendars if you're interested. Will be in early September, 5th and 7th, in Israel against Maccabi Tel Aviv and Maccabi Haifa. We'll see which players are called up. We'll see if Ronaldinho can make that trip. Also missing this one, for example, Patrick Kluivert. One that usually enjoys these fixtures. It's always great if you can get Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Kluivert, Giovanni, Saviola, Juli, all on the pitch. Remember those early 2000s days. Such a joy to watch. 64th minute. Here comes a shot blocked by Puyol. Ever present there in Barca's defensive line. Playing every single minute so far in this game. Carles Puyol, who retired in 2013 following injuries. Another shot which goes too high. That was Jeparov. If we're to judge by what happened in the first half, there's about 15 minutes left in this game. 2 halves of 40. Sorin. Inside, Roger makes himself available. Saviola makes the run. Acceleration by Roger. He had the option of Joffre Mateo as well. There's Saviola. Now Coco, who seems to have switched positions here at left back. Permission for Coco to go forward. Now Juan Carlos is pairing with Carles Puyol at centre back. Obviously, the fact that there are 3 former left backs on the pitch means that their positions can be interchangeable. One as centre back, one as left back, one as left winger. Possession for the home team. Yet to have a shot on target. Here's a chance to run for Ishimbaev. That'll be another throw-in. Shomatov play inside. Possession recovered momentarily by the Barca legends through Joffre Mateo, who couldn't keep the ball. There's Bashir. Sayed. Jeparov in front of him. Roger Garcia, the ball out wide to the left. Cross intercepted by Goiko. Now goes up against Koshelev. Goiko gets the final touch. Recovers. A little bit of skill there by Giuliano Belletti. See if Barca can get themselves out of that situation. Belletti going for the nutmeg. Bit too fancy maybe. Obviously, players like to try things in these games as well. These friendly games. Also with a chance to run. Joffre, Saviola. Saviola cuts inside. Lost the ball. Is there a knock on the head there? As the defender had gone down. Inadvertent. Not on Shomatov. A free kick called in favour of the home side, the Asian legends. Here is Jeparov. Now in these last few minutes, a bit more possession for the home side. Shomatov. Also playing with more or less a 4-2-3-1 system. The defensive line with Goiko, Puyol, Coco and Juan Carlos. You've got Trasorras, Sorin, maybe Belletti, maybe a 4-3-3. In midfield, you've got Roger there as well. Up front, the more clear threats, maybe Joffre Mateo and Saviola. Now a shot blocked by Trasorras. Another of the players who's featured in every minute of this game so far. And there goes Puyol diving in for the header to clear it out for a corner kick again. Still playing with that passion. Carles Puyol with that energy. Puyol now at the age of 45. It doesn't feel like long, but it's been 10 years now of Barca without Carles Puyol in the first team. Retired in the 2012-2013 season. He was 35 then. 2013-14 season, rather. Did play in that season coached by El Tata Martino. That was his last, only in 5 games, though. He was riddled by injuries late in his career. Saviola. The drive and the feed out wide to Belletti. Jofra. Jofra Mateo inside, looking for the run of Juan Pisorin, who's already scored 1 in this game. A fantastic volley in the first half. A goal by Juan Pisorin, who made it 2-0 for the Barca Legends. Rivaldo had scored earlier. Should surely be offside, and the opportunity won't count. Good attempt there by Ishimbaev, but started his run behind the last defender. Flag had been raised there. Still a sharp offside trap there by Francesco Coco and Juan Carlos. Davids is going to come on for the final minutes of the game. Former Dutch international, Champions League winner for Ajax, Edgar Davids. Played in 1 World Cup, 3 Euros as well. Came 4th place in the 1998 World Cup for the Netherlands. Started and ended his career at Ajax. And only played in 20 games for Barca, scoring 1 goal in a 5-0 win against Albacete in the 2003-2004 season, but helped change around the dynamics for that team in that season. The first one with Frank Rijkaard as head coach. Careful here, a fall inside the box. Rouget was the one who went down. No penalty called, though. Here is Smakov. Ball played out wide. Mukamadiev waiting to come back on, number 7. There's the fall by Rouget in contention with Zheparov there. Lost his balance. Went down a bit too easily for a penalty, maybe. Said. Smakov again. The ball played into the box. Jurkira once again comes off his line. Had to do that a couple of times in this second half. Hasn't really had to make a save, though. Still, no attempts on target by the team of Asian legends. Players from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. A couple from the Arab Emirates. And one player from Iran. Number 19, Koharat Azizi. More subs for the home team there. We're in the final minutes of this contest. First half lasted 40 minutes. We assume that it'll be the same duration for the second half. Here's Davids. Trasorras. Back to Carles Puyol. Nothing changes. We should see the captain play the full game. Here is Davids again. Looking to feed it out wide. Jofre Mateo, who switched over to the left. Sergi Barjuan might be coming back into this one. Saviola breaks free. Feeds it out to Jofre. Barca playing patiently here. Going all the way back to Carles Puyol. Now a pass intercepted. It's Belletti was attempting to pass it back. Scorer of Barca's winning goal in Paris 2006, Giuliano Hausbelletti, his only goal for Barca. Just what a moment. Anyone would pick that. If you just have to score one, might as well be that one. Careful here, an opportunity could be the first shot on target, but across comes Juan Carlos to clear up the situation for Barca. And a chance for the Legends to accelerate here. Here's Jofre Mateu. Belletti has the whole right wing to himself. Rouget. Barca slowing down the pace. Here's Trasorras. Goico. Connecting with the other number 7 on this squad, Javier Saviola. Saviola and Davids, they both played together in 2004. Good connection here, Rouget, Saviola, who chases it. And it's ultimately cleared by the keeper. It's always curious to see players who were never in the same squad for Barca, but connecting well. In this case, Rouget and Saviola. Rouget played for Barca in the mid-90s, from 94 to 98. Saviola came in the 2000s. 76th minute, Sergi Barjuan comes back onto the pitch, and off comes Carles Puyol. He won't play the entire 90 minutes. He walks off in the final minutes of this game. The team will now be captained by Sergi Barjuan, who is no stranger to that armband. Was the captain after the departure of Pep Guardiola in 2001. 2001-2002, Sergi was first team captain. Now the director of the Barca Academies. One of the representatives for Barca on this Kyrgyzstan trip, in which the club have opened one Barca Academy, laid the first brick for a second one in the capital in Bishkek, opened a Barca store and a Barca cafe, all part of the Barca experience that the club want to expand worldwide, bringing the Barca experience to Central Asia in this case. President Laporta says that he shares the goals of the country's president to make football successful in this country. Kyrgyzstan, for example, have never played in a World Cup. The aim of bringing the Barca way to the country is to help improve that. Low corner kick up in the air. And Jorquera with the catch. On the left wing is Jofre Mateu. Jofre, as I said before, only played in a couple of games for the Barca first team. Made his debut in the 97-98 season in the last game. Scored on that day, a 4-1 defeat to Salamanca. But he had a lengthy first division career, playing for Levante, for Espanyol. He also played for Murcia, Rayo Vallecano, Valladolid. Played for Girona for a while as well. And he was in the same Barca B team as Xavi Hernandez and Carles Puyol. A Barca B team that got promoted into the second division after a playoff win, iconic playoff win against the Real Madrid B team in the 97-98 season. Jofre, Xavi and Puyol were on that team together, and in one of the games beat Real Madrid 5-0. Now, ball punched away by Jorquera, the turn by Roger Garcia. Saviola. driving the ball forward. Good turn, good acceleration by Saviola, and he's going to feed it wide. Here comes a chance for a third goal for Barca. Saviola's going to go solo, one-on-one with the keeper. El Pibito scores. A goal by Javier El Pibito Saviola to make it 3-0 for the Barca Legends. It was a fantastic drive by the former Argentinian international, who also adds his name to the scoring list. Belletti just let him go and finish what the number 7 had started himself. Quality finish in the one-on-one with the keeper. And Saviola makes it 3-0. The other 2 goals were scored earlier in the first half by Rivaldo and Juan Pisorin. Now, Saviola with the goal. There wasn't much hesitation on that one-on-one. We'll see how long the game goes on for. First half lasted 40 minutes, so we should be close to the end of this game if the second half is to last the same. Now Joffre Mateu fouled, tugged from behind. Some happy fans in the stands, witnessing this 3-0 win for the Legends in a game in which they've been able to see some of the former idols: Rivaldo, Saviola, Giovanni, Ludovic Giuli, Carles Puyol captaining the team. Going a bit further back, you've got the likes of Sergi Barjuan, Goicoechea, Juan Carlos, some players who were at Barca for a shorter time, like Juan Pisorin or Edgar Davids now on the pitch. And some products of the Barca Academy like Trasorras, Joffre Mateu, Roger Garcia. '82nd minute of the game. And that was the man who scored Barca's third, Javier Saviola. Finishing with quality in front of keeper Zalilov. Now Sergi clears it out for a throw-in, wanting no part of trouble. Trasorras, now the only player to have played every single minute in this game for Barca. The ball fed out wide, and it looks like the game comes to an end here. The final score: Barca Legends 3, Asian Legends 0. Goals scored by Rivaldo, Sorin and Javier Saviola. Happy times for the Barca Legends in the first game of this season. There'll be more games to come for our Barca Legends, coached by Albert El Chapi Ferrer, on the 5th and 7th of September. That will be in Israel. They will play Maccabi Tel Aviv and Maccabi Haifa. We hope to see you for those games. It's been an entertaining one. And as we said, final score: Barca Legends 3, goals by Rivaldo, Sorin and Saviola. Asian Legends 0.
Oyun gözetken futbolculara gol çallar. Var bolumuzlar. Tez olta alımızlar. Фанаты Барселоны, где вы? Вас не слышно! Kırgızstanlıkты erteki günü kele жатқан егемендүүлүк байрамыңыздар менен куттуктайбыз. Алда Кыргызстан! Ардактуу футбол сүйүүчүлөрү, ар бириңиздерге терең ыраазычылык билдиребиз. Футболду сүйүңүздөр, футбол биринчи орунда кала берсин дейбиз. Алга Кыргызстан! Ар бир коштошуунун аягында сөзсүз жолугушуу болот. Спасибо всем огромное, дорогие друзья, уважаемые болельщики. До новых встреч. Круто! Барселона теперь в Кыргызстане. Я вас всех искренне от всей души поздравляю.